Well, to start this out, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know a little bit about myself, right? We're going to be friends by the end of this, okay?
For sure.
Yes. So, the first time that I had sex was to the song Fireflies by Al Seth. Oh, we got a fan right here. Yeah, all right. Well, see, here's the thing, guys. I fucking hate that song. I can't stand it, okay? But here's the thing, though. Now that this has happened and there's this connection, like, I don't know. I get a lot of feelings when I hear it. I get really, God, what is the word? I'm trying to think of the word. What is it? Erect. That's the one. Yeah, can you imagine how awkward that is when it comes on at your nephew's 3rd birthday party? Look, like, I'm from Tennessee, but like, explaining that away to your sister is still weird, all right? While we're talking about music, because we're on the subject, right? There's something I gotta bring up, something I gotta talk about. I'm sure you guys know exactly what it is. Wow. Wow. That's right. Yeah, you guys, you don't know what WAP is? Oh, let me explain it to you. WAP stands for Wet Ass Pussy. And listen, guys, that's all I can think about is wet ass pussy. It's all that's been on my mind since I heard that song. All right, it's awesome. Like, listen, I think it's genius. There's nothing better. Okay, like I think we need to put it into our Pledge of Allegiance. One nation, indivisible, under wet ass pussy. Wow, that's popping hard. No, seriously, who the fuck cannot get behind that? Oh, there's some people who can't. See, I knew the topic of pussy was gonna be split down the middle. Just right there in the middle. I knew it. The thing is, normally, when I open my mouth on this topic, it goes a little bit better. It's a little bit more pleasurable. Listen, if you're not laughing at that joke, your wife is pissed at you. So I'm very lucky to get to do what I do. You know, one of my favorite things in the world is making people laugh, and I've been able to take that a couple of different places. Most notably, last year I got to perform at the best and only comedy club in Reykjavik, Iceland. And it was amazing, I gotta tell you. You know, you learn a lot about other cultures while you're over there. You know, one of the things that I found out is that there are similarities as well as differences. One of the differences, when you go to a public pool there, you have to get completely naked and shower in a room full of strangers before you're allowed into the pool, right? So what that taught me is that they're a lot more about body positivity there. They don't really care, you know. And looking around that room, and looking at myself, I realized that, wow, it really can't get much worse than this. But one of the similarities, the first day that I got there, I went into my hostel, and the employee for the hostel is sitting on the couch watching Netflix, right? And she's watching Friends in Iceland. Which just goes to show that even across oceans and borders, there's no accounting for shitty taste. But one of the coolest things I learned about Iceland is that they only have a population of about 33,000 people. That's it, right? Very little genetic diversity. They actually have a database where you look up like a potential lover to make sure you're not related or too closely related. Yeah, that's a thing. That's something they have, you know? And scientists say that this is a treasure trove for studying genetic diseases like Alzheimer's and things like that. So that's really cool. So what I don't understand though is why I moved here from Tennessee and suddenly I'm the creep because I fucked my sister? It was for science. I'm kidding guys, I'm kidding. It wasn't for science. It's 'cause our horse died. Oh, does that hit a little close to home here in Southwest Missouri? Listen, if it makes you feel any better, we did get married and have 2 beautiful children together. That's right, a niece and a nephew. Oh man. Shit's wild out there, isn't it? Just like in general. I'm not even talking about like the pandemic stuff, but like in my life, shit has been wild. I recently quit drinking. Yeah, it's not nearly as fun as it sounds. No. Especially in Missouri, where you can find liquor next to baby formula at Walmart. It's in fact I think it's labeled as a health supplement here. No, so I don't know. So like, what they don't tell you about chemical dependence is that when you give it up, you suddenly have to face your demons, look at that dark side of yourself. It's been real uncomfortable. So to fill that void, keep my brain and hands busy, I picked up some new hobbies, started doing arts and crafts stuff. I actually just finished my first project. I'm really excited to use it. I crocheted myself a noose. Yeah, somebody's cheering for my suicide back there. That's all right. You and me both, buddy. No, I really think it's going to pop next to my needlepoint suicide note. No, I have been in therapy. I've been in therapy. And man, well, I mean, it does work. It just depends, right? Now, I think I might need to find a new therapist though, because she thinks that I'm a narcissist. And I don't know where she gets off giving her opinion. I thought those sessions were supposed to be about me. Completely unrelated note to any of those jokes, I have been thinking a lot about ghosts lately. Yeah, I've been talking about it with my friends, actually. We've been talking about ghosts. And most of my friends apparently want to come back as like guardian spirits for their family, which is cool, I guess, that's noble. But I don't think I would want to be a ghost, Because with my luck, I come back as one of those ones that just wanders around hallways screaming, just... And who wants to spend their afterlife the same as their regular life? I have noticed though that with this pandemic, I've been communicating a little bit differently than I used to. I'm putting a lot more of my opinions out there on social media, I've lost some friends about it. I don't understand why. Because I did tell Tina I thought she was a bitch before all this started. Was not going for that, but I appreciate it. Okay, so anybody else think that technology is getting a little out of hand here? Yeah, I feel like kids are really losing out on like an opportunity to really learn some work ethic. Like they can go to Google and just find whatever they want. When I was a kid, I'd be lucky to find a boob in National Geographic. I mean, you and your buddies would walk into the woods behind the cul-de-sac and pray that you find a 10-year-old Playboy. The way God intended. And now you've got like all these weird niche sites. Like there's 13-year-olds who know what a donkey show is. That's fucked up. I had to go all the way to Tijuana to find out what that is. And despite what anybody tells you, that has nothing to do with the Ringling Brothers. Does anybody here have a bucket list? Yeah? What's on your bucket list?
Alaska.
Alaska? You want to go to Alaska? Okay. That's boring as fuck. Anytime you ask somebody what's on their bucket list, it's going to be something like, oh, I want to travel the world, I want to skydive. Yeah, so does everybody fucking else, okay? Like, Your bucket list should comprise of things that have never been done before and will never be done again. Right? Number one thing on my bucket list, I want to shit through a wicker chair. You ever play with Play-Doh when you were a kid? And I think there's an antique store down the street if you want to catch me after the show, so. All right, guys, my name is Chris Fields. Like I said, I'm going to be bringing up your next comedian.